Inversion, the Inside-Out Man, real name unknown, made his first appearance in Wonder Woman 247, published in 1978. The story, simply titled The Inside-Out Man, was written by Jack C. Harris and penciled by Jose Delbo. In the story, Wonder Woman summons her invisible airplane and is about to follow a speeding car, which is completely unrelated to the main plot by the way, when a ray suddenly shoots out, hitting the airplane and turning it inside out. Amazed at this spectacle, and barely able to command her now twisted plane, Diana tracks the mysterious ray to its source, an apartment across the street. There, the amazing Amazon comes face to face with the culprit, a bizarre walking horror calling itself Inversion, the Inside-Out Man. Apparently Inversion missed when he fired the ray, as his actual intended target was the Amazon herself. After getting roughed up by Wonder Woman, Inversion explains his story. This grotesque thing was once a scientist, although he never gives his name. The scientist worked on a teleportation device and eventually decided to test it out on himself. This turned out catastrophic though, as instead of materializing across the room, the scientist turned inside out. His internal organs, including heart, brain, lungs, and so on, were now on the outside of his body. Naturally, you can't survive this way, and Inversion thus hurried into a protective pressure suit, which helped keep him alive. His plan is now to get his hands on the Justice League transporter, the device used by the Leaguers to teleport to their satellite headquarters. He attacked Wonder Woman with the ray to use her as bait or something. Anyway, with this technology, Inversion will be able to perfect his teleportation machine. Wonder Woman assumes he's going to use it to restore himself to a normal state. But that's not Inversion's goal at all. Having his brain turned inside out made the guy go completely insane, and his real scheme is to turn the entire world inside out. After this origin story is neatly summed up, Inversion manages to get the upper hand and binds Diana with her own lasso. Compelled to follow and tell the truth, the Inside-Out villain then uses Wonder Woman to get inside the transporter, but before he materializes in the satellite, she aborts the process. Inversion is thus trapped in a dematerialized state, which Diana later attempts to reverse, but fails to do. The story ends on a cliffhanger, Wonder Woman speeding to Paradise Island, where the Amazon's advanced technology may be used to restore the rogue. In the next issue of Wonder Woman, Diana departs from Paradise Island, Inversion having been left in the Amazon's care. She says she'll keep in touch and later follow up on the villain's progress. But this never happened. We never got to find out what happened to Inversion. The character didn't return, nor was he mentioned again. Talk about a forgotten supervillain. He's so forgotten even the writer himself forgot about him. However, earlier this year, Inversion actually did finally show up again. This took place in issue 51 of Wonder Woman's current title. In this story, Wonder Woman pays a visit to Slabside Prison, trying to help rehabilitate another really obscure villain, Mayfly. Good old Inversion is apparently locked up at Slabside as well, and was obviously restored by the Amazons, but not to his normal state, unfortunately. With Wonder Woman visiting, Inversion sees his chance at revenge, and tries but miserably fails in attacking her. This appearance was really nothing more but a glorified cameo, and in the end, pretty pointless. With the character back in continuity though, who knows what the future holds for the old Inside-Out Man. So these last few forgotten villains we've covered have been pretty stupid, but this is a character I actually like, and I'm not being sarcastic this time. Sure, you have to suspend your disbelief with this guy, but then again with comics, you always have to do that. Inversion, the Inside-Out Man, is just an absolutely awesome sci-fi horror monster. I could easily see this as a plot for some 80s horror flick. The character even borrows a lot from the movie The Fly. A scientist who invents a teleportation device, uses it on himself, and gets some pretty horrific results. Of course, the gory and grotesque nature of Inversion is more in line with Cronenberg's remake than the original, several years before the remake was even made. That's kinda funny. I love both Fly movies, by the way. In my opinion, it's really a shame Inversion disappeared and never became a bigger foe. I'm not sure why Jack C. Harris and the rest of DC forgot about the character. I suppose those things just happen. Or maybe DC simply didn't like him and decided to pull the plug. Who knows? One issue that I can see though is they put Inversion in the wrong rogues gallery. This character just doesn't feel like a Wonder Woman villain at all. She works best with rogues based in magic and ancient mythology. Seeing the amazing Amazon going up against this sci-fi monster is a bit jarring. They really should have paired him up with a sci-fi hero instead. Not Superman though, he already has enough rogues as it is. Seeing as how Inversion was after JLA property, it did need to be a League member though. Maybe Green Lantern. After all, he didn't have that many villains at the time. Anyway, let me know what you think. Do you like him? Don't you like him? Which rogues gallery should he be in? And as always, remember, Arkham Asylum awaits you in the next video.